B Marsh Boxer, what's happening, world? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Clarissa Shields, she looked quite at home. She looked quite at home over there in London, you know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Big ups to both combatants. But congratulations to the GWOAT. Clarissa Shields comes to the UK, handles her business, and avenges the only loss she ever had in the amateurs. To Savannah Marshall, she avenged that loss today in the squared circle in the professional ranks. Great W for her, you know what I mean? You know, this was a fight that was actually very, very, very much highly anticipated. You know what I mean? We could have got this fight about a month ago. But when the Queen of England died, they postponed a whole lot of sport events over there in the UK. Yeah, I mean, look at Clarissa Shields. I said Clarissa. Clarissa Shields, she balling, she crying. 13-0, 2 KOs. Clarissa said, because I could see her my right eye after round six, because she do hit hard. That's funny to me. Big ups to the American women, man. They came on the road, packed their bags, came to the United Kingdom, and both of them left up out of there super unified or undisputed. That's what it's all about. Brilliant possession, brilliant display. You know what I mean? Now, Clarissa Shields is a shorter fighter, no question about it. You know, this girl, Savanah Marshall, looked like motherfucking Nikolai Valuev. She looked like Nikolai Valuev towering over her, you know what I mean? You check it. But in the first round, Clarissa Shields, she kept her composure, seeing what, trying to gather some data, see what this girl, Savannah Marshall, about to do. Savannah came off, excuse me, the front foot, you know what I'm saying? Pumping that jab. Clarissa Shield was using her lateral movement, you know what I mean? Perpetual movement, you know, using the ring, you know what I'm saying? Looking to see what the girl Savannah Marshall got to offer. Then Savannah Marshall, I'm sorry, what's her name? Clarissa Shields started her attack with a big overhand right. And the way she caught her with that overhand right, that set the tone to me. That set the tone throughout the duration of the fight. Clarissa Shields, man, she's a funny girl, man. I always fucked with Clarissa Shields, you know what I mean? She talks that shit, not disrespectful, but confident. And that's what a lot of people in this world are lacking, or at least those who don't like her. They might be lacking confidence themselves in their real life because this girl is full of confidence and full of and she has no self-doubt whatsoever, you know what I mean? And it's obvious. I mean, she signed a contract to fight over here in the UK on Sky Sports. Savannah Marshall, let's hear what she got to say. She got that Tony Bellew accent. Truly amazing. I like Savannah Marshall too, you know what I mean? She do what she do. She got 10 KOs, but Clarissa Shields stepped on the front foot, got on the inside. This girl was having a whole lot of upper body and head movement. That is, what's her name? Uh, Savannah Marshall, you know what I mean? She was also using the upper body movement and the kind of little fake ass Philly shell. You know what I'm saying? Cuffing shots, keeping blocking shots. But Savannah Marshall, you know what I mean? The quickness and the hand speed was what she lacked. And to me, her best kind of game plan would have been to keep this girl's Clarissa at the end of her jab. Pump that jab, keep her at the end of the jab, you know what I mean? Blast that straight right. She caught her occasionally, or at least probably once every round with that straight right behind the jab, you know what I mean? But Clarissa closed the distance, you know what I mean? You thought she was gonna be on that lateral movement all fight? Nah. She was gathering data, and as soon as she closed the distance, she started unleashing. The body shot game was there all night. You know what I mean? The head and upper body movement can move all day and all night, right? But the body don't. You know what I mean? And Clarissa Shields, she deposited early a lot of ducats in that body bank. You know what I mean? And they paid off. You know what I'm saying? It paid off at the end. Now Clarissa Shields was also getting hit with a lot of elbows. See, this girl was putting that elbow on some Floyd Mayweather type of shit, putting that elbow and that forearm in somebody's chin or by their throat, you know what I'm saying? Because actually she was very frustrated, She was the hand speed was lacking. Clarissa Shields could throw 3 to 4, 5 punches as opposed to this girl's only throwing one or two. And the best way for what's her name? The tall girl, Savannah Marshall, to have won this fight. You can't be there hooking with a hooker. You know what I'm saying? Really and truly. Look, that's why, fellas like Vladimir Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, these guys, man, these guys was not all about that hooking shit. I mean, now Vladimir Klitschko, yeah, he's knocked out a couple fellas with the left, but these guys are primarily straight fighters. You know what I mean? And that's where Savannah Marshall could have actually won this fight at the center of the ring. Straight punches. Fuck on. Leave all that hooking stuff. Don't be hooking with the hooker. Hooking with a hooker, especially at her height, it would leave her at a disadvantage. You know what I mean? And she was getting clocked with left hooks. Because guess what? Clarissa won this fight on the inside from the countering. That's what she was doing. The countering where there was a left hooks, right hooks, left or right hooks to the body or head, and the overhand right. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Very seldom did she have straight punches. That's because she closed the distance. At times, this was a phone booth fight, but there was a lot of clinching, so they'd get separated. But Clarissa would get back on the front foot, close the distance, and start wailing to the body. And occasionally, you see an overhand right come over the top, or she's waiting for this girl to throw some shots, and boom, she's countering. You know what I mean? So, hooking with the hooker was at a disadvantage for the tall girl, Savannah Marshall. You know what I mean? If she had a game plan of shooting straight shots, fighting in the center of the ring, you know what I'm saying? And leaning on her opponent, you know what I mean? She would have had a much better opportunity to win this fight, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't think she even had those options of leaning on somebody because Clarissa is obviously, to me, she was a much stronger woman. You know what I'm saying? She was much stronger, you know what I mean? Look, the girl got 10 KOs as opposed, Savannah got 10 KOs as opposed to Clarissa Shields' 2 KOs. But Clarissa was throwing the more harder shots, more thudding shots you could hear from your TV screen. You know what I mean? Now I watched this fight on Sky Sports Commentary. I seen a lot of people complaining about what they was talking about on the ESPN portion, where it was, I guess Tim Bradley and Tessitore and Kriegel, maybe Andre Ward. I thought that the Sky Sports Commentary was fair, you know what I mean? Except for their scorecards. Even though they did have Clarissa winning, but they have a lot of 10-10 rounds. You know what I mean? They had at least 3 or 4 10-10 rounds. How the hell you going to have a scorecard with 10-10 rounds? This a 10 rounder. How you going to have 10-10 rounds when each round is 2 minutes? You know, I never have no 10-10 rounds. Somebody going to win a round on my scorecard. Simple and plain. How do you score a close round is a close round, but somebody got to win it. How do you give somebody 10-10? What do you mean? They both threw 200 punches and landed 100 punches each at a 50% rate. That would make it even. How can you tell that? Nobody got a clicker at their house, clicking and seeing how many was the punch the CompuBox punched that. Anyways, so I actually had Clarissa up 6 rounds to zip, y'all. Really and truly, 6 rounds to zip. You know what I mean? She was giving this girl Clarissa, I'm sorry, Savannah, the business. You know what I mean? Occasionally she was getting hit. Yes, I mean she ain't just go swimming and not get wet. It's boxing, it's hit and get hit, and she did get hit some, but she was landing more punches, more aggressive. You know what I'm saying, and her punches looked like they were more taking a toll on Savannah Marshall. You know what I mean? But after round seven, what's her name? So Clarissa started look actually. She started look like she gassing out. You know what I mean? Not necessarily she was breathing heavy. Maybe she started taking rounds off. But her punch output started to decrease. You check it. You know what I mean? Her punch output was lower than the previous 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying, and Savannah Marshall would have her on the ropes. I'm saying, and she would go in with some hard punches. Yeah, I mean, but more times than not, Clarissa Shields didn't stay in language on the ropes all night. You know what I mean? There was a times she was on the ropes. There was even times when she'd have her back on the ropes and she'd throw like a counter check left hook, and then she'd get in position and have I'm sorry, Savannah Marshall's back against the ropes. You know what I mean? But I gave round seven was clearly the best round from Savannah Marshall. Round eight was a close round. I didn't give nobody no 10-10 round. I gave it to Savannah Marshall. And so was round nine was a close round, you know what I mean? Which I also gave to Marshall, you know what I mean? I thought she just was applying more pressure. She was going for broke. She was desperate. She needed to get it in. And sure enough, she did. The 12th round, I gave it to Savannah Marshall as well, you know what I mean? So I had this fight 96 to 94 uh, in favor of Clarissa Shields, you know what I mean? She won this fight quite comfortably to me. She bagged them rounds the first 6 rounds, but I didn't quite like how she finished off the fight, losing on my card at least 4 rounds in a row. But she did her thing, you know what I mean? She faced a lot of adversity. I mean, she beat the only girl who ever beat her ever in boxing, pro ranks or the amateurs. She came on the road, you know what I'm saying, to the United Kingdom, I'm saying. Savannah Marshall, the she did her best, you know what I mean? But I think the height actually was a disadvantage for her, you know what I mean? All that upper body movement in the first 4, 5, 6 rounds, it took a toll as far as her having to do that all night. And then she said, forget about it. And she just stuck her face in there and would walk into punches. And she would also be trying to hook with a hooker. And to me, that was where she lost this fight, you know what I mean? She more had her straight punches, could lean on her opponent, have to get separation, keep this girl at the end of your jab, and unleash that straight right hand and show the world why your 10 KOs were valid. And she probably would have won this fight. What up, Doc Dre? What's good, my G? Big Queens in the house. What's up, Doc Dre? Big up my man, Doc Dre from Longtown. You check it. So, Clarissa did a damn thing, you know what I mean? Now, that's two American fighters on the female side that went over there to the UK and they won these fights, you know what I mean, for a lot of straps. And I gotta give it up to them, Michaela Meyer, who Baumgartner beat, she's not from the UK, no, she's from the USA. I believe maybe Texas or Colorado somewhere. She's American, So both that was actually a neutral fight. Both of them were Americans and fighting on neutral ground. You know what I mean? But very good fight. I was very impressed with this card as far as the females getting it in. Daniel Dubois' little sister. I've been watching her since the Olympics. She got it in. The next girl from England, somebody Price. I covered her fights in the Olympics and the amateurs. I believe she either got a gold or a silver, one of the two. I can't quite remember. I think this was a pro debut tonight. You know what I mean? So it was a very good all women's card. Got to give it up to Sky Sports for putting it on like that. B Marsh Boxing, big ups to everybody in the chat. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I had this fight clearly, 96-94, in favor of Claressa Shields. Now, I got to say one more thing before I bounce up out of here. There's a lot of people who wanted Claressa Shields to lose, and that's fine. That's your prerogative, your objective, you know. But, she does get a lot of criticism, you know what I mean? I guess people don't like to see a strong female talk her shit and back it up. I mean, now it's no problem. Talk your shit, young lady. Back your shit up like she always do. But a lot of people got they try and blame the hate of why they really don't like her. And it's not because she's not a good boxer or she don't handle her business. I mean, this girl came from Flint, Michigan. You thought she was gonna come here and lose to Savannah Marshall? Boy, y'all must be smoking them K2 and K2 dipped in that water, you know what I mean? K2 dippers, you know what I'm saying? That's what y'all smoking if you thought this girl gonna lose. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. She got a lot of hate because of what her brother did as far as being a sucker ass dude and snuffing Mr. James Ali Bashir, the trainer, snuffing him from behind and you know what I mean, giving him a straight up a blindside shot, stealing him. You know what I mean? Slim stole him from a blindside shot. I never was one to blame Claressa Shields for that particular incident. For one, her brother is a predicate. You know what I mean? As far as what the articles and the newspaper said. This guy had this wasn't his first altercation with the law. At the end of the day, Slim got charged. You know what I mean? Now, I can't remember what his conviction of it or his sentence was, but if I can recollect, I don't think it fit the punishment. I think he should have got a little bit more time for what he did. You know what I mean? Snuffing an old senior citizen like that. But at the end of the day, I never blamed Claressa Shields for the act of her brother. You know what I mean? You check it. That's like somebody has their entourage. They go out and somebody does something stupid in the entourage and gets maybe the big man who's in that entourage gets him in trouble. So then they start suing him. You know what I mean? You check it. It's never that man's fault. Just like it wasn't Claressa Shields' fault. You know what I mean? She wasn't in position to control her brother at that point. Them fellas acted on his own. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, he had to get what he got. You know what I mean? But Claressa Shields ain't done nothing in this boxing game but be a stand-up woman, straight up and down. You know what I mean? 13-0. Shorty is like undisputed in like three different weight classes. Boy, please, man, y'all need to get that hate out your heart and respect Claressa Shields. She doing a damn thing out here. You watch boxing, I'm gone. Peace.